Yo, K-Kunnnn here. Today we got ourselves another website showcase, and this one actually enables players to gacha PVP, like quote-unquote gacha PVP, like outside of Twitter and the Bang Boo Fall Guys event that's coming in version 1.7, and it's called the Internet Network. So before we delve into the website, I'll just give some basic introduction to it for the people who doesn't know what the website does. So the Internet Network is inspired by the Akasha Network, which is basically a database / leaderboard of the top build characters in Genshin. It would basically show what rank your characters are placed in based on your artifacts and weapons you have on your characters. And it also gives you an idea of what you can improve upon with your artifacts. And for people who enjoy min-maxing their gears, it gives those players the satisfaction of being better than the rest, aka they just got lucky with their substat rolls. So with the introductions out of the way, let's head into the website. So this is the Internet Network's home page. So this is the first thing that you'll see when you enter the website. Obviously this is the link, internetnetwork.com. So this is basically made by I Am Rividus, and the people who made this stuff here, also credits to them, like Low Priority, Jster, J, Lifa, Zenless, and I think this one's the API for K-Kunnnn Network, aka the one who made the Akasha Network and K-Kunnnn Network. So yeah, give them some love, visit this website. And right now it's currently on beta. Since it's still on beta, some of the characters are not implemented, for example over here Ben. If you're watching this in the future, sometimes it might be down, so it's not fully up from time to time, so just be aware of that. But yeah, anyways, the first thing you will do is obviously search up your UID. So I basically have my UID already copy pasted, so I'll just do this and then search. And when this happens, it will just load this, and I think it will be pinned over here in this. Yeah, there we go. It basically shows my stats over here. So you can see these are basically my characters that I'm showing in my stat page on my ZZZ account. Yeah, if we go to my account, yeah, you can see Sambi, Jane Doe, Ellen, Evelyn, Yanagi, and Miyabi. You can see all of them are over here. So what you can see here is basically your internet level, your account name, your UID, your internet level, and obviously your characters and their disk drives and stuff like that, and basically their rankings. And you can see some of my rankings are freaking abysmal, almost freaking top 65%. My Evelyn's almost rock bottom over here, top 91%, but my Eljo's pretty high on there, top 953. It's pretty decent, I guess. My Yanagi's pretty decent as well. My Miyabi's with some godly disk drives over here, but it's still kind of yikes. But yeah, you can see and discern some of the rankings of the disk drives over here. It's basically A, B, SS. I think the highest one is probably God tier over here. You can see it's glowing RGB and stuff like that. All of the fancy stuff here, when you search your account, it will basically display and it will pin it over here. Now let's go through what you can do in this page. So you can see there's a bunch of buttons over here where you can hover and see the disk drives, stats and stuff like that, your rankings and total points, obviously from their levels, from their level of skill points and disk drives and stuff like that. But what you can do is also show some of your actual stats over here, and there's an improvement button over here where you can basically give you suggestions and things you can do to upgrade and make your LNJO better. For example, I would go here and it would show some of improvements, for example, pulling for the deep sea diver over here, which you could probably do, but I am not gonna do that. It will give me a large damage increase from the looks of it. Some moderate changes. If I get the brimstone, I could do changing my 4th slot main stat to crit, which I can expect some medium damage over here. Same thing with the deep sea divers. If I change my slot 5 main stat to attack instead of ice damage bonus over here, it would give me a slightly or medium increased damage overall. And it also gives me a recommendation for my stats over here, which I should be focusing on attack substats, which will net me 1.8 more damage and stuff like that. But there are some cases me a Yanagi over here where if I get more anomaly proficiency, it would probably be more higher than that. But yeah, and of course, if you want to go to more details, it will show you the damage calculations and stuff like that, over here based on the stats and stuff you have on your characters. Like for example over here, the one that's highlighted with like an omega green over here, if I have like deep sea divers and I slot in like attack on my 5th slot, it will net me around this damage numbers and plus 16.78% damage increase. But you can also click over here which calculates all combinations, but I tried this and it basically crashed the main page. So you know what, for video's sake, let's crash my freaking PC. Oh god, wait, let me pause my recording for a second. Okay, there we go. It didn't crash my freaking PC, thank god. Like I tried this on my like Opera GX and it freaking crashed my freaking browser twice when I was doing this, but I guess Chrome can't handle all of this because it's eating all of my PC RAM, so I guess that's why. So you can see here, for example, if I have like Brimstone, it would give me all of these suggestions like damage increases if I put like a slot for crit there, and it would net me 14.78 crit damage. And if we were to go down here for like the deep sea diver, it would show like one of the best like damage increase possible for my Ellen Joe, which is a slot 5 attack percent with a 2-piece polar metal and 4-piece woodpecker electro, which is basically the crit set plus the 2-piece ice set. So it would net me 18.28 damage, which I might possibly do, but nah, I'm too fucking lazy to farm more disk drives, bro. I'm just fine with like decently built characters since I'm still clearing my stuff with LNG with these like disk drives. Even if it's like C and D like over here, it should be fine. But yeah, you can also oh yeah, I forgot to mention here, you can also set your teammates. Like for example, if I were to do like trigger or something, would go over here, select, taking a while. Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh my god, I'm forgetting a lot of things over here. But yeah, give me a second. Yeah, let me go through. Oh my gosh, so many freaking details. But yeah, here is like a pie graph which shows my damage distribution for Ellen Joe. So you can see my biggest damage overall comes from my enhanced basic attacks, second being my ultimate, third probably being my EX skill, and then last one is my chain attack, and the rest are probably dodge attack, assist follow-up, quick assist, and some anomaly damage over here. So you can see probably giving me all of my biggest attack numbers over here with this pie graph. And obviously just follow this disclaimer over here, which we assume 100% uptime on all above switch teammates. So if we were to go to like, maybe if we were to go for like, I don't know, Freedom Blues trigger, which I don't think it's really good, but for the sake of this video, let's just do it for the lols. Maybe I should like probably uncheck this so that it can probably calculate it a little bit faster. So we'll get her like signature Wenjin, and for example, let's go for Astra Yao over here, then select like Astral Voice, her signature disk drives, and obviously here signature Wenjin, and it would give me some cool substats over here, which will now change into a slot 5 pen ratio. So for example, like I think one of the best ones from earlier was giving me like a slot 5 like attack bonus if I were to run like deep sea divers. Now it's giving me pen ratio as my best slot 5, which will increase to a 16.41 damage increase, which is pretty nice. Now let's check if I were to calculate it with based on all of the stuff over here. So let's give it a moment. Yep, there we go. So now our best option will be is slot 5 attack percent plus 2 branch and blade and song, which is the Miyabi like disk drive, and then a 4-piece woodpecker electro. So from earlier, I think this was like 4-piece electro and then a 4-piece ice set. Now it's changing into a crit damage set for Ellen Joe, so it will net me 18.47% damage increase, which is pretty nice. But yeah, and now let's check what if I want to improve my Miyabi right over here. So you can see I pretty decent like substat rolls on her disk drives. It's rated like SS and SS, and then there's my 5th slot drive, and it's fucking abysmal. Let there be, bruh. 07. But yeah, focusing on additional attack substats will increase me like 1.69. Nice. So this is the page where you can see where you can improve upon what areas of what disk drives you can upgrade or replace and get better substat rolls, which gives you an idea of what you can do and improve. Like for example over here with like Evelyn over here, could see if I get like an additional crit rate substat rolls, it will net me like 19.73% more damage per roll. Like, god damn, that's okay. Now this one is actually pretty huge if I get more crit rate roll substats over here, which I probably, if I were to put like the Burning Desire, or I mean the Marcado's Desire on her, it should probably remove this. But yeah, and this one's another interesting fact about like Evelyn, I guess. If I were to like pull her like signature Wenjin, it would probably make me slot 4 and 5 onto like this stuff over here, which I think makes her pretty easy to build from what I'm seeing over here, which will net me some like a large damage increase from the suggestion over here. So I think that's pretty good to note as well, which I might do, I guess, but we'll see. Now let's head into the next tab, which is called the leaderboard. So this is basically where the gacha PvP actually happens. So for example, let's go to like, I don't know, the best Ellen Joe in the global server, or like global. So this is basically taking account EU, NAC, and Asia, and the Taiwan and Hong Kong stuff like that. Yeah, so let me find Ellen Joe. Where the heck is Ellen Joe? Yeah, there we go. So if we select Ellen Joe and then press search, which I wish they would just like add like a double click and it would like pop up over here, but you have to press the button over here to search it. But yeah, you can see here the first one is John, rank 1 Ellen Joe player over here with like a 4-piece woodpecker electro and the pen ratio set with her signature Wenjin. So you can see, holy sheesh, god damn, 4 rolls on crit damage. Let's see what her next. Pretty alright. Ooh, damn, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. God damn, that's so much crit damage rolls. That percentage, I mean, that's kinda aight. It's kinda aight. Okay, pretty decent. Like a good distribution of like stats over here. And last one being, okay, yeah, well, the HP is kinda over here, but damn, this 2 rolls on like crit damage and crit rate, that's pretty good. Let's check on maybe Miyabi, who's like the first Miyabi in global. Let's see, the top one is Senator, so let's check obviously signature Wenjin over here, and let's check their disk drive. So 2 rolls on crit damage, okay, some crit rate and attack, okay, that's a pretty good one. SS, and then here's their god piece tier. Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. It freaking avoided like flat pen, bro, god damn, that's pretty good. Like 2 rolls on crit rate and crit damage, sheesh, that's actually a god piece, bro. Oh, and another god piece, god damn, it rolled on fucking crit rate 3 times fucking crit damage, bro. I wish I had this, man. I wish I had that. Next up, what the fuck? This is under 4th slot? Bro. Freaking crit damage rolls. What the fuck is this insane roll, bro? Ain't no way, bro. Next one, god, holy jeez, this guy has like 1 SSS and the rest are like freaking god pieces. Like, Jesus Christ. 2 rolls on crit rate, 2 rolls on attack. Okay, well, I wouldn't really categorize this as like god, but I guess the system is categorizing this as a god piece. But damn, this is pretty good too. It avoided freaking flat death, bruh. Look, that's so freaking lucky. And another SS. Okay, let's see. 3 rolls on crit damage and it's attack. Okay, so he's not running. Okay, he's running ice. Okay, this is like this rev roll. Yeah, this is the 6th slot. Okay, but damn, 3 rolls on crit damage, fucking insane, man. Freaking insane. Okay, last one, maybe let's check Jane Doe over here. Who's the rank 1 Jane Doe in ZZZ? So John Catch 22. So let's check his disk drives and Wenjins. So obviously her signature Wenjin, and then let's see the first one. It's already freaking godlike. Holy, 3 rolls on freaking attack, anomaly proficiency, and 2 rolls on attack, bro. That's actually nutty, man. That's way too nutty. Okay, next one. 2nd slot and 2. Damn, 3 on freaking attack, bro. God damn, and anomaly for proficiency on twice, bro. Freaking avoiding the 2 freaking worst stats in the game, freaking death and death percentages. Damn, this boy is lucky. And then we have a 0 graded disk drive over here. Let's see. Okay, I can see why. It rolled a flat pen, which is pretty pretty aight on Jane, but it's not really impactful in a sense. But 2 rolls on anomaly proficiency and attack percentage, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see their next one, anomaly proficiency, and bro, this gotta be like freaking like god tier, bro. This gotta be god tier, because 3 rolls. Okay, never mind. Wait, I feel like I'm glazing too much over there. I feel like I'm glazing too much here. It rolled 1 on freaking HP, bro. Imagine if this rolled attack 4 times, bro. This would probably land in like god tier piece, bro. Like legit. Holy. Okay, the next one. Oh, that's interesting. He's running pen ratio, not physical. Okay, let him cook. Pen ratio. That's the first time I'm seeing that. Holy. Okay, 2 attack rolls. Okay, oh my gosh, and 2 attack rolls, and then there's this one that's ruining everything, freaking HP, bro. But damn, that's really good and really interesting. I guess they're pretty on par if their substat is really good, I guess. But yeah, let's check their last distribe slot, which is anomaly mastery and not attack. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. Crit damage, 2 rolls on attack. Okay, I guess their like rolls on freaking attack is freaking insane, so that's why they're like running like pen ratio and anomaly proficiency, since I feel like they're already like matching the criteria of like their attack percentages, and they're reaching like the attack percentage threshold, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, anomaly proficiency, 1 roll and more attack. Damn, that's pretty good. Next tab over here is basically the agent's guide. So this basically, I mean, if you're wanting to search for like a guide video, I mean, it's probably over here. You can probably just click one of these. Like for example, if I want to build Julian, I could just click this and stuff like that. You can watch the videos or search on YouTube and stuff like that. And next one is the database. So I think this one's not really impactful in a sense, but it's here. It's cool. You can see like the weapon usage over here, Camellia with the like steel cushion. You can see all of the stuff that people are using in this website. Like 90% on people using Miyabi's using her signature engine, and the rest are just like way down here, like 2% on Rainforest Core. My god damn, a lot of people pulled for her engine, man. Holy, I guess I'm one of those people as well, but sheesh. So this gives you an idea of what people are using, what distribues they're using on their characters and stuff like that, what are their first best in slot and then their second best in slot, as you can see. So yeah, we finally got some PvP and like good references and good way to actually search and check out our builds on what we can improve upon, which this website gives out for us. Like obviously Ellen over here, yeah, it's pretty good. This is pretty good. Give the devs some love and add your account over here so we can probably add more players here, and so that people will fight for the top 1 spot and actually get more people. You can see there's like 246 proxies over here, so it's not a lot, but it's a good handful of players that use these websites to actually quote-unquote like gacha PvP in Zenless Zone 0. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe so I can stay in the basement, like for the algorithm, and leave down in the comments below any more websites you have suggestions. Leave down in the comments, I'll check them and probably try them out and review them, and we could probably show it to people who doesn't know that website exists and give some love to the dev team who made the website. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.